Uh-oh. 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 Got my wires tangled. Hang on. Got the wrong mic on. Right, okay. Right, okay, right, I'm back now. I haven't got out of Seewater Cave. So I'm trying to find Seewater Cave. I'm trying to get out of here for a little while now. And the previous video, it's very frustrating trying to get out of here. That's why there's so many markers. So I go out and try and get back, but they wouldn't let me out. So I'm down here, and I found another area where we can drop even lower, and it's a boss fight. So let's have a look at this boss fight, and I'll try and keep my lid on it. I'll just take this off of here a minute. I don't want the rainbow thing. I just did that. Apparently it's a good idea if you drop something and it hits the bottom, and and it cracks, and then apparently that means that you're gonna take damage. So I'll keep a fire one on here. I don't think I've got any bombs or anything left. I'll tell you what, we'll do lightning damage. I'll probably take that one off. So actually, let's do that one as lightning damage. Let's do that one as fire negation. I haven't got anything to help me in combat. So I haven't really got anything. I don't know if thrown behind is going to be any good. I don't know if that helps. Probably won't. I could try this. Alright, so I think, well, I'll go in with the shield first. I like to go in shield first. Unfortunately, because I can't get back to, I can't access the map, so I can't go back to a thing. I can't get all my 11 health things, so I've got to do it on only 7. So I probably won't survive this and lose the 23,900. So let's see how we get on. Let's. Oh, I can't summon anything. Oh dear. I thought I was going to be able to summon something. Okay, these guys, they can do a terrific amount of damage. So I'll try and get this as quick as I can, at least one of them. And then try and do this. And block. The best thing to do is get in here and try and kill it as quick as you can. Although, I didn't get a chance to do that. So now I've got to find this whole route down. I presume I've got to do again. Because if so, that would really upset me. Please let there be a statue of Marika nearby. Oh, thank God. So I think this is it. Oh God. Got to be so careful when you do these, because you're not quite sure, where the bottom is, and the angle of it makes it really difficult to know, if this is safe, because I can't get a decent angle on it. Right. And I got to put that torch on again. So yes, I do get annoyed about having to switch all these systems all the time. It's very, very annoying to have to do this, where it doesn't remember anything. So you have to do this, it means you've got to skate through all these to get that on, which you only want just for this fight. The good news is I've now got 11 instead of 7. But yeah, we'll see how we get on this time. But I always hate those shrimp guys, because they'll see, oh, don't tell me I've got to do this whole thing again. Oh, thank God. Oh, because if I had to go through that whole cave, I would have really been upset. And I cannot do one of these. Is that because I've got to activate the thing that's up above? Because I've already come down now. So that's a little bit annoying. if I can't go back and activate something to do my summons. Just to kind of, you know, like slow it down a bit. Just to give it something to distract it. So I have to do it without that as well. It's a little bit annoying. I have found that sometimes when you do this, when I've played, sometimes I've been able to do summons and other times I can't. So I don't know why sometimes it's automatic and sometimes it's not. I do get a little bit annoyed by that sometimes. And it's like that's 3 times I've pressed that button. So we've got to get in quick here with these things because they are so destructive. You see what I mean? They're very destructive. I'm pressing this button like absolute crazy here. But these things are, I hate these. I really do. They are so destructive with their, you know, special attack things and all that. Yeah, I'm going to take a potion, don't worry. Right, okay. Okay, I thought for a minute he wasn't quite dead, so I thought I'd just stop for a second and take one. Just to make sure. And yeah, luckily I'd already killed it, so... But those things, those are one of the things I hate in this game, is they keep throwing those things at you, and they hone in on you. I don't seem to have anything that hones in like that. I've got something that kind of moves, but they can still duck it or whatever. But I don't seem to be. Well, you can't avoid it by ducking. Yeah, tell a lie. Okay, so at least I managed to do it. Okay, but so by dying actually gives me a better chance. Okay then, so at least now I can move, but I'm still no closer to getting this. This is proving extremely elusive. I've tried it from here, I've tried it from here, I've tried it from here, I've been to here, and none of it seems to lead to this place. So I have no idea how to get to here because it's elusively close but too far away. So I do not know how to get here. So it's one of these things that you have to look it up. Which is my most annoying thing about this game, is the fact you have to, there's so much stuff to look up. I don't mind if it was the odd one or two, but it's a huge amount of stuff, which makes it very difficult to progress because you're always held up by something. You know, the one thing I will say, if you don't mind me saying, you know, please don't take this too much as criticism. The one thing I would do like to say is a lot of games are going down this path of taking the game. I mean, Dark Souls, I don't know how long they normally last. Dark Souls games, I don't think they're hundreds and hundreds of hours, but it seems like this one was made to last a lot longer than all the rest, because although I've struggled with it and you know, I've had to do a lot of crafting and all that lot, I've done something like over 150 hours, and I you know, I've done the Elder Scrolls, and I've done, say, you know, 500 hours on a character, and I've got far more content from that than I've got from this, because that has many stories, many quests, different challenges. There's so much to it without grinding. You know, just maybe some smithing. You've got to collect a few things, but they're all very low quantities, so it's not difficult to do. But a lot of games are doing this thing where they're artificially boosting the length of the game by enabling crafting. So the games that were RPGs are becoming crafting games, which means it spreads out the hours to give the illusion of double or treble the time. And unfortunately, I find that as a backward step, because it means, and the reason why they're doing it obviously is because they want to spend less time doing games and they want to do more time making money, and that's the reason why this has come in, is because of that. So it's been brought in as a tactic to actually give artificial hours to a game. And I find that really quite annoying that they have to go down that route, and that just sums up the state of modern games today, is that they want to do a little effort, but artificially lengthen them. And I think that's a really sad state that gaming has got to at the moment, where it's doing a basic framework but elongating it as long as possible. Even Breath of the Wild was more interesting because it was a lot longer, because it was full of content and different areas, so you weren't doing the same thing. There was a little bit of crafting, but it was not excessive at all. It was, you know, the numbers are very low. Alexa, stop. So and that's the one side of it. I'm not having to go at Dark Souls here, I'm having to go at games in general. Of this crafting thing that they've come in. You know, it was survival games, but now it's become crafting. They're all becoming crafting. They're all getting into this. We got to have meals. We got to have, you know, collect resources. They're all going down that route. And whereas before it was very minimal, now it's become the order of the day for every RPG. So I find that a little bit annoying that we've gone down that step. But it is purely so that people can make more money with less content, and that's basically what it's down to. And it's just a little bit of a shame that it's gone that way, but that's how modern gaming is these days. It's gone down this slippery slope of, you know, we have to make money through as little effort as possible. Right, okay, so let's end up by having a go at a Magma Wyrm, shall we? You know, what could go wrong against a Magma Wyrm? I'd love to take the fire negation. You know, if I can, I haven't got any. Okay, we haven't got fire negation. Faced one of these before, so it might not be too much trouble, but I just got to watch out for the fire. Now, this is where, you know, can you do all this stuff in time? This is where it gets a little bit tricky. But I have to do something. So I'll keep out of its way, make nice meaty chunks out of it, and try and avoid that one then. Okay, so not too bad so far. Now I'm making a dent in it. Just got to avoid all that stuff. Yeah, we've got to avoid all that, and I've got to avoid getting off my horse. But yeah, we avoid all this flame. Oh god, that will kill me. You know, in my haste to get away, I press down on that button, and that always makes me get off the horse every time. And then I got to fight this. Oh my god, it's dreadfully slow to get up and take a potion. See, that's how, I rolled as far away as I could, and still it didn't do anything. Right, I have to bring him back because I need the mobility. Again, I pressed it. See, I'm very heavy fingered, so I can't help but do that. And I'm fighting against my thumbs the whole time because I just push forward. I get really, I get on edge when I'm doing it. So, it's tricky for me to do this stuff and not press down and get. I wouldn't say I'm agitated, but I'm trying to do things quickly. And in my haste, I just press too much. I'll try and get some distance now, because if I can, I'll try and reactivate that thing if I can. I might have to do this, although I doubt that will work against him. So I'll keep out of the way while he's doing that flame. Can't believe that flame will work on him, but get away from that, obviously. So I'm at the point now where it's like I can't put anything on now because I won't have time. So now I just have to do it this way, because I doubt if I can get anything on here quick enough. It's very unlikely. And then it's, can I do this inside and get back to that? I'm always fighting that. It does seem like getting on this back end seems to be a good one. And then keep away from that flame if I can. looks like we're doing okay. As long as I don't make a silly mistake here, I should be alright. I want to get a really big blow in here. Okay, keeping it at the back here. Yeah, oh, now I'm in a little bit of trouble because I may not be able to get on the horse again. I'll do that because I've got plenty of health. Right, now we keep away from that flame and that sword. Let that die down a bit. So nearly gone, we just got to be a little bit careful now. Okay, one more hit, I'll do it. There we go. Okay. Okay, I knew I could do that. So, new Dragonite powers available at the Citadel of the Dragon. Okay, yeah, I ought to use all my powers. I know I got so many powers, but the trouble is I get smothered with so many powers that I could use. I never know quite which one's the most effective, so it can be, you know, really tricky. Right, right now I'll see if this goes somewhere. I'll just check my tea a minute because it's probably burning. It's okay, it's not burning. I forgot to put it in the oven. So thank God for forgetfulness. Okay, I was hoping maybe this might lead to a new area. You know, I'm trying everything I can to get to this map here, and wherever I go it seems to be nowhere near it. Because we're so tantalizingly close but amazingly far away. And I thought by coming in here, this would lead to it. So I'll have a look, see if there's some kind of cave entrance. I must say they know how to design a world which is really difficult to get through. I mean that shouldn't be that dark. Bright sunshine here. I'm not going to complain about that. But yeah, it shouldn't be that dark really. It should be, you know, I haven't got lumens on it, has it? So tantalisingly close, but it's down there, so we don't want to go down there anyway. Please let this, you know, be closer to it, please, because you know, it's like, yeah, I wish these were placed better, and it's like, yeah, I can't even pick this up comfortably. Well, why is it even just a simple thing like this? It's not easy to pick up. You know, I should be able to just go up this, you know, and just pick it up. I shouldn't have to rotate round it several times. You know, it does seem a bit odd. You always seem to be getting worse these days, where it seems to be difficult, you know, where, oh, you just point it at the thing, and it seems like you have to do it several times. You go round and round in circles sometimes before you can actually pick up the object, because it's not lined up exactly correctly how it should be. Not that I'm complaining about that at all. Right, okay, so there's something here, right? I mean, is this finally going to lead us here? Because Lord knows if I know the way up. So at least now I've got another 20 minutes of playing in this new area. So I presume you have something has to hit that. So, you know, can I get these to hit it? You know, I don't know. What is it when you get more than one? Suddenly, you are in, you know, terrific hardship. Whereas, you know, when it's just one, it's like, oh, you know, it's not too bad. You can come, you know, you can, why is it somebody's got to hit this? Why can't we just, you know, hit it and we get it? But oh no, someone's got to hit it, hasn't it? And then, yeah, sometimes it seems to come up with, oh, you can pick it up. So I mean about UIs, why is it? Oh, sometimes we can do it, sometimes we can't. You know, it used to be very easy to do that stuff, and now it seems to have got progressively harder. So, you know, oh, can't quite line it up. Oh, it's not quite lined up there. You know. Oh, you know, oh, go round again, you know. I'll tell you what, it's great with the sounds, aren't they? Yeah. I must admit, they're absolutely great on that. Well done, From Software. You got some really scary sounds in your game. It's fab. Stars of the show, that is. It's creepy as hell, isn't it? Is there a grace here? Because I would like a grace here. Save me having to go back and do it all again. Oh, a great big bear. I don't fear a great big bear. It might be a special toughy wuffy bear. Oh, he is a special toughy wuffy bear that for some reason just nibbled away at me. How is it? All of a sudden, 1 minute everything's alright, next minute, you know, bam, slam, you're dead. I sometimes wonder what's going on. I've no idea where that was. How did I get there? No idea where that was now. All I can do is like head in this direction and hope for the best. Right, I think it was through there then. Well, we're okay against magma worms. It's just that one that caused me the trouble. It had like horns and it was like shooting down electric bolts. It seemed to have like, you know, magma worms gone crazy for some reason. That's what I don't understand, is why these don't refresh. I've just died. Well, yeah, well, I see the point, yeah. Yeah, it's like, you know, suddenly you're surrounded by flame and that's like the most destructive thing in the universe. I just thought, you know, I know flames is, you know, obviously a bad thing, but Christ, as soon as I come up against something that's got flames, it's like, my God, I'm in serious trouble. Through flames, even though I've got this, you know, quite a lot of flame resistance. Although, come to think of it, I've just thought of something. Yeah, there you are. See, I've got boosted fire negation. Okay, that is restore you know, HP as well. And if I look at my stats, you know, I've also got well, garden negation. You know, I've got, you know, I don't know, 40% on some of those. So, you know, I've got some negation there, but it always seems to do me terrific amount of damage no matter what I do. It just seems to be a very high amount all the time. As soon as you end up fighting anything that's, you know, really big, my God, things that bring you down so fast is unbelievable, isn't it? Okay then. I don't particularly want the other ones in there at the same time. So we'll keep out of the way of that one. I'll tell you what, let's just go past it, because I just want to like get out of this area, and anything to get out of this area would be nice. And we've got to get that, but never mind. It's probably a waste of time. Because look how long that is taking. Goodness me. It's always every time, isn't it? You take a potion and you can't put your shield up. You're using one hand to do that, and then you can't use the other hand. It seems odd to me. Yeah, this is going to be tough, isn't it? Oh Jesus, I do need some mobility here because I cannot keep away from this guy. You see what I mean? I can't even get on the horse. You lose so much health by doing this, by having to keep doing that over and over. You have to keep. And that thing just ruined what I just... Oh no, I thought it just ruined what I just took then. This is why I want to get rid of these, because I don't want these getting in the way. And... see what I mean about the fire? Honestly, I have fire resistance. I have fire, 40% fire immunity. I should have a fair bit of thing, and it doesn't. I admit I ain't got my shield up. Almost tempted to shoot him now, but the trouble is I ain't got many. Oh, there we go. There we go. See again the fire. Look at it. Look how much damage, and look how long that stopped me from getting off the ground. Fire is one of those things in this game I absolutely hate because it's so destructive. No matter what I do, no matter what I put on, it is tremendously destructive. And I'm supposed to have some immunity. I'm afraid I can't see any immunity going on here. So I'm going to spam it a little bit and try and dodge his attacks. You never get time to complete that tape, dear. Right, he's nearly dead. I've just got to be careful now and not do anything stupid. Right, okay. For a minute I thought I was in trouble. And if this isn't the way to progress, I could be slightly miffed. Especially as, there's no thing here. So I'll have to call the horse because I haven't got much choice here. Because I desperately want to find... Otherwise I've got to go through this entire zone again, and I don't want to keep doing this over and over again. So please let there be one of those things somewhere, and not another boss. Please, for the love of God, give us a rest one. I'm still getting nowhere near this, is it? Let's get that. This horse is good, but seems to go too high sometimes. They made sure they got this right, didn't they? Honestly, I've seen the stats of that. It's not great. Oh, thank God. Okay, so at least I've got this. Hooray! Whether it's to progress us up, I don't know. But I'll definitely rest. Alexa. Oh, I didn't set a timer. Oh well. Don't be surprised if my tea... I'll tell you what. I'll just check it a second. Don't make so much pizza. ruin your controller. Oh, I must learn not to play a game while I'm doing tea. Right, did I rest? I did. Right, okay. Right, let's take stock. Right, I'm back to full stuff now. Right, okay. But yeah, I just hope this leads finally to this place that I've been trying to, this elusive place that I'm trying to get to. I may as well get a few of these. Here's a huge bundle of them. I know, what do you think about this whole crafting thing? Oh, don't tell me little tiny things are going to kill me. You've got to be kidding me. Apparently not. There you go, buddy. Don't say I don't look after you there. Right, okay. So I'm going to have to use my reversal method here. That's generally what I do. You know, go to the top, work your way backwards. It's a great technique. I did see somebody else do it the other day. I thought, my God, somebody's actually copying my style. But I suppose you kind of worked it out. I suppose that's what. Another lot here. May as well get some sheeping in. I mean, you can make these easy to get, can't you? You've got to like roll. Everything's hard, isn't it? Didn't even want to make the games harder and harder these days. I remember when games were fun. Right, okay, that's the sheeping done. Right, so I say, it's probably a good idea to rush through there and do it backwards. Although I'd have to stop for tea, so I won't do this for too long. I'll just go so far. I'll just do a little recce. Let's see what's about, ninny nanny noony. Up there, right over there, whatever there. Go in here, yeah, around there. Let's have a look around a bit. Ooh, yeah. And the one thing I like about, things like multiplayer type aspects come into a game is it's great. You can just run past and they all ignore you. That's the one saving grace of multiplayer stuff coming into single player is that lovely mechanic where you move away and they all disappear. Great, isn't it? I love it. I love it because that shows the limits of it, and it will never replace a single player game ever. Don't like him high up on there. He's going to be like a mage or some sort, so we'll dispose of this idiot. Or I'll do it with my left hand, make it a little bit easier. These guys you can hit quick, You've had it, haven't you, against these? It's like, yeah, look at how many hits. It's like you only get a slow hit. You never get a quick hit on this game. Whereas they can move 3 times as fast. So you're always at that slight disadvantage. It's only slight though. I don't know what those do actually. I've had a couple of those, and if they're just one of these things you throw at an enemy, they're not very good because you haven't got very good range. And B, if you're not locked on, it misses. It's just really, it's never enough. They seem to be able to throw it from 3 miles away. Not that I'm saying, they've got some kind of advantage, of course. Just keep pinning him down. We don't hang around. If you do that, I'm going to slice your head off there, Sonny. That's why people can do speed runs in games like this. It's because there's very little to them when you break it down. It's more I shouldn't be talking while I'm doing this, should I? You know, when you break it down, there's not that much content in it. It's fairly basic things. And then you just stitch in a little bit of a storyline, and whoppo, you've got an RPG, so called. But I wouldn't say Dark Souls is it's an RPG, but it's not a true RPG in that it has that whole progression. So it's kind of, because it's got, you know, it's got a kit for multiplayers. It has that kind of it has to have the kind of multiplayer type mechanic, a bit like why you know, Dragon Age and the follow-up was constricted by the engine that you know, EA have, because it's a multiplayer type engine and it caters more for that. So it's difficult to write a game which is an RPG like you know, Skyrim or anything like that, because of that fact, and you know, that's what makes it tricky, unfortunately. Okay, I missed with everyone there. I think I'd better get out of this tricky situation. Right, okay, and then I'll do this, and yeah, okay, he's got one of those, has he? I'll try and get rid of the riffraff. I should be able to beat that one alright. I just want to get rid of this riffraff that's hanging around my toes, especially that guy there and this guy, because they're going to do us some damage while all this is going on. So let's get rid of these. Always get rid of those first, just to make things a little bit easier. And I hope I don't burn my tea. I'll take that advantage. Whoa! Whoa, crikey! What happened there? Suddenly, at 1 minute I was comfortable, and the next minute I'm suddenly dead. Isn't that a recurring theme, isn't it? What do all you people think about this? Anyway, come on! It's bloody hard, isn't it? So yeah, you know, and of course you got to do it all again. I won't bother, because nobody else does. So yeah, you see why this is difficult, can't you? When you're surrounded by all these other enemies. That's what makes these games hard, is the little minions that are hacking away at you all the time. So you've got to trim them down. Although I won't get a chance, because I probably won't be able to take this step. So we'll do this by the foot. But you see what I mean about loads of people around you. You don't get a chance to take a potion. You get in. Conan has this same thing, where you get surrounded and they're all doing their hits, but you never seem to stagger them. You see what I mean? And it ends that quickly. Purely because of numbers, and they can just keep on hitting you as long as they want, apparently. You know, I remember Conan. I used to like Conan because you could stagger them. And then suddenly they took the stagger out. So once they're hitting you, and especially if they're doing an animation, you can't break it. I'm sorry, but if somebody is coming at you and you hit it, it will break what they're trying to do. But they don't allow you that in games. They say, oh yeah, it's got to continue. And the trouble is, you know, that makes it very difficult for you. So I'll just do this once more, pick up the stuff, and I'll just see if I can get out of here, because it's going to take me a little while to do this, a couple of goes. And I hope I can pick up the stuff. Again, I'll press and wait for that. And then I'm going to get out of range, because I want to do my tea and I don't want to burn it, because it's getting to that point. So I'm going to pick up as much as I can on the way through. Please get rid of that. And get to a safe place so I don't burn all my tea. And although it's supposed to be a pause button on there, I find sometimes it doesn't seem to be pausing. But it's like a little guy like this shouldn't pose any problem. But you get two of them, all of a sudden there's a problem. Why is it little guys like this can hurt you sometimes worse than a boss? Because there's so many of them hitting you so fast. And these never seem to be safe places, these you know, these things, do they? I thought once you get around here, you know, the enemies, you know, would just back off. But it doesn't seem to, do it? Because if I have rested at one of these and something attacked me and died, and I died because of it, because I just stepped away for a minute thinking I was safe, and suddenly something just come along and it attacked me. So I think I'll leave it there because it's going to take a bit, you know, I have to take a little bit of thought on this. So I'll come back to this another time. I'll just rest here just to make sure. But I have been attacked at these places, and it's morning, so it shouldn't be that dangerous, but apparently it is. So I'll see you all next time. Thank you all for watching. I don't know what you think of my my observations, but I always find that, you know, anything that's got a multiplayer element in it always has those multiplayer things where, you know, the enemies, once they're outside a certain region, they go away, which is a good, you know, for us in Elden Ring, that's great because like, I just run past them all, and you know, so in that way it works in our favour. But in other ways, it's let down by storytelling, content. It gets let down by that. So it's become a little bit of a crafting and a little bit of multiplayer. It's got kind of bits of each, and a little bit of RPG, but it's not that much RPG, and let's be honest, it's just scraps and a few stories stitched together by scraps. So and then, you know, facing the bosses. So that's basically what it is. So that's my opinion. You know, if you don't obviously don't agree, obviously tell me. But I've seen some reviews of people, you know, giving their assessment of Elden Ring, and some people, you know, they're either saying it's 10 out of 10 or they're saying it's a poor game, and I think that kind of sums it up. I think it's probably person's opinion, but some people like it because it's Dark Souls, so I presume they're the ones that are giving it 10 out of 10 because, oh, I've always loved Dark Souls, it's hard, it's difficult, you've got to learn the moves, you know, so they're the ones that are praising it. But the people at the other end who are wanting a, you know, really good game that's enjoyable, they're not finding it game. And I have heard that the actual bosses in this, people are not happy about the bosses in it. It's not as good as the previous games. So that's why I'm kind of going to rate it around that kind of 7 out of 10. You know, I'm tempted to do an 8. You know, 8 if maybe I'll beat it. Maybe, I don't know, but I don't think it's got enough in the way of story and interest. Because it's not huge. I mean, it's a pretty good area. And I've still got this one to go, so yeah, it's probably a lot more, I think. but yeah, I just think it's lacking in some things. But it's a Dark Souls game. Yeah, I can see why this has been the most popular, because it's a lot more accessible, and you know, you don't have to go a long way before you find one of these things, and that makes the game so much more enjoyable for people like me who aren't ones that play it all the time. You know, we tried it and maybe got frustrated very quickly. So in that way, this is a great improvement. I just hope they keep on with these improvements, and you know, maybe not go so mad on this crafting. Maybe I don't know, do it so that we can improve the speed at which we roll. Do something to help the player a little bit, because we're severely hampered by a slow getting off the floor, which you can never speed up. You know, so it's those things which holding it back from being, I think, a great game. It's just a little bit more give it needs to give to the player. Like when you get an armor, you know, let's have some armors that are really good. You know, you'd have to strive for them, but you know, a really strong armor that really does give you a huge amount of protection. I know that will probably go against what the game is about, because it's a game about, you know, you suffering, and it's a shame that you have to get in your reputation on suffering as opposed to skill and technique, because, you know, when it comes down to it in this game, it's not so much skill and technique, it's about, well, whether you get a certain weapon and you put a certain few things in a certain thing. But basically there are some weapons which you can use which are good and some that aren't. So unless you find those, you can, you know, you can upgrade them, which is great. But you can't like upgrade it to like huge high levels. It's only going to kind of double it, kind of. You don't get into the, you know, ridiculous levels of some games, you know, where, oh yes, huge amounts, you know. In Elder Scrolls, you know, I can get a weapon which does, I think it's like, I don't know, 500 damage or something, you know, by not doing that much, just by doing a few perk points, getting a few resources, and that's it. But anyway, it's a different kind of game, so I don't know why I'm comparing that. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. So sorry, I hope you'll look at it as constructive criticism, and me just, you know, making observations of what I think, because it's very wide opinions on this game, and I think it's because of that. You know, is it an RPG? You know, are we liking the crafting, stuff like that? And it all depends. If you don't like that kind of thing, you know, you might go, you know, not be a big fan of it. So anyway, that's my opinion. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll be back to my sunny self next time. Okay, because if I could just finally get out of this area, and you know, cause I've met a few of them now. Just a couple of bosses and things. That's why I'm just hacking these while I'm yakking. So you know, feel free to switch off. So I don't know. Tell me what you think. How would you all rate it? Especially the people that watch my channel. How would you rate the game out of 10? Would you, you know, give this a very high rating? And if so, why? Why would you give it a high rating? Is it the challenge? Is it the, you know? Because I don't think anybody must be fans of the grinding. Can anybody else say they're seriously happy about the grinding? I never thought that Dark Souls was a grindy game. I always thought it was a game where, you know, you gradually get better stuff, get used to the timing and all this kind of stuff. And you did it that way, and that, but it does seem to be rather grindy. I must admit, although I didn't play much of Dark Souls 1, it didn't seem like it was that kind of game, because it seemed like you found weapons along the way which did the job, which I suppose is similar to this. But I think come to think of it, there was one bit on Demon Souls where somebody could repair something, but I can't remember if they could upgrade it or not. But I imagine it would be quite slow, I would imagine. My only kind of main thing with this is you know, is when you do go up a level, it only goes up one. That's my biggest complaint, is you know, they could have made that 2 or 3, and then maximum level could have been, you know, 50 or 80 or something. But you know, I was having to get level 200 and something. Although I did see a video that said it doesn't matter about your level. It's actually the you know, the things that you get, or the weapons that you get, and the upgrades, which are what makes the most difference, as long with the buffs that you get. Okay, I hope you don't mind me slaughtering sheep while I'm so it seems to be more about the buffs, and I must admit, when I've been fighting these bosses and I haven't done it without the buffs, it is a lot harder. So that seems to be the takeaway, is you have to do that to progress, as opposed to slamming it into, because apparently I saw a video where somebody was looking at what people had done, and they got into like level 250 or something, and yet they couldn't beat some of the basic bosses. And it's because they weren't doing the things like having these buffs added on to the weapons, or or having these slots, which I'm still trying to get these extra slots. But having all these buffs and things that you can take to negate fire, this negates fire. It doesn't tell me how much it negates. That's the kind of thing that irritates me the most, is I don't know how much this does it, and it never tells you. It just says it boosts it, but we've no idea what that is. But I guarantee it's a very small amount, because even though I have this these immunities, which I should be taking half damage. If I do the shield, obviously I am taking less damage, but it does seem odd that I have all these resistances even without doing anything. Although I think it is guarded, come to think of it. I think it is guarded, so I'll hold my hands up there. How do you find it out? I've forgotten now. Yeah, it's like when it's guarded, yeah. So I must admit, sometimes I've got my shield up, so that's probably why. So that's why I tend to go in shield up. But 55 against magic, 59 against fire. So, and I must admit, I put the shield up, it does make a difference. But I would have thought I'd have some kind of immunity. I've got this thing on, which again doesn't tell you how much. Just put that back on. So I never know which one of these to do, because there's so many of them, and I've only got 2 slots. So I want the best 2. I've got that one so I could slowly restore it, so that at least it would go back up. I could put the stamina one on. That's another one that I could put on. But it's a very small amount. It's negligible, because you lose so much every time you get hit. It's negligible. It's not worth bothering. That is stamina recovery. So I could do a stamina and a health, but it's very slow. See this one. Why would I want to raise my attributes but increase my damage taken? So I would never use that one. That raises strength. It doesn't tell me how much. Oh, it does actually. It's 5, which is, I don't know, negligible. It's not exactly doing a lot, is it? All these things I find are very negligible. I'll put that on. Because I can't do counter. I mean, I could do counter attack, I suppose. I've looked at all these. I'm never quite sure which one to do, because I suppose I could put that on when I'm doing. But you ain't got time to switch between all this stuff anyway. I can't. It's no good me switching to the bow and then switching back to the thing and then having to switch that. I don't want to be doing that. I want to be able to do that on the fly quickly. Which is why I think the best thing to have in a game where you've got things like that is you need a wheel. A wheel where you can put your weapons and some potions on, and then you just what you do is press a button and tap it, and it's done, and it's immediate, and you don't have to do this and wade through. So it's a lot quicker to have a wheel than it is to have this, because having just these 4 slots is very limiting. And that's why the weapon wheels are a really good addition to games. It's because it gives you more flexibility and makes you get access to things cheap, quickly. This is quick at swapping between weapons, but that's it basically. All right. But having this to be able to flick through several things, especially if you want to put flames on, fire negation, there's a lot of things you got to put on it, and by the time you do this, you barely get time to wash that potion down your throat, let alone put something on. So having anything like this on a D-pad is not good enough, in my opinion, and they have to improve this UI. All right. So anyway, that's my opinion. I'd like to hear your opinions on it, what you think, and give me your ratings on it, please. All right, bye for now, and I'll see you all next time. Probably for tea now. I knew I'd waffle on too far.